Hello and welcome to all. I hope you all are doing great. I am Justin D'Souza, your math teacher. This is my channel Best Math, where I provide explanation videos to math problems in easy and best way possible. This is the set of videos for the end of term 3 exam for grade 9 elite. Now, we will first go through the exam scheme, that is the Heikel. We will just briefly talk about this. The part 1, part 2, and part 3 are they for your exam. The part 1 and part 2 are in MCQ format, that is in Swift Assist, where you'll do it in the computer and you will have 4 options. Part 1 has 10 questions, which each question carries only 3 marks. They are supposed to be simpler and easier questions, whereas part 2 will carry 5 marks each. And the last part 3 is writing. There are 3 known questions for writing, and they will carry about 6 to 8 marks. And these 2 bonus questions over here will be 5 marks each, and they can be anything that was taught throughout the term in your term 3 in the regular classes. So now I will be trying my best to make all the explanation videos for all the part 1, 2, and 3, all the 23 questions. Please stay tuned. I will try to upload as soon as possible, as soon as I record them. Please do try to practice by yourself. I will do maybe 1 or 2 explanations, a few problems you need to solve by yourself. More and more problems needs to be solved, so you'll be thorough. Please make an attempt to write and solve the problems, just not read it, or just don't do it in your mind. Write and solve each problem. That's the thing. And I would kindly request you all, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to it. That would mean a lot to me. And do like my videos and share it among your friends who might find it useful. Stay tuned and let us begin with the part 1 first video. Part 1 is supposed to be the easier one. And to be very honest, the part 1 first topic is among the easiest. So now we will begin with the first explanation topic. This is about sample spaces, subsets, basically about probability. Though they have told define sample spaces, these are the questions mentioned. Find the probability of each outcome. Now, before we start with probability, let us understand what is probability. Probability is chance, or predicting or modeling something that can happen anytime in random. So you might have heard in the weather forecast, say there is 20% of chance, there's 20% chance of rain. So this is a probability given. So the odds are 1 out of 5, that is 20%. So it's very low, but still there's a chance that it might happen. Whereas 80% chances that it's not going to rain. Modeling stuff like this is probability, what's going to happen. Now over here we have a die is rolled. Find the probability of each outcome. So what is a die? Die is like a cube, it'll have 1, 2, 3, all that, numbers on each side of it. There are 6 faces of a die, 6 faces. It's from 1 to 6. So now probability generally is given by this. Favorable outcomes divided by the total outcomes. Or you can write desired outcomes, anything. Whatever that makes you remember. What is favorable? Now imagine you want to get a 6 in the die. Like it has to be absolutely a 6 itself. So how many total possibilities are there in a die? That is 6 possibilities. There are 6 sides, 6 faces, so 6. Now I want this exact number 6, otherwise I'm not going to win it. So that means there is only one side with a 6 digit in it, right? So that is only one favorable possibility. So 1, but there are totally 6. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. So this would be 1 by 6. Now let's see over here. What they have asked is greater than 1. What does that mean? There are 6 digits in the die. I need all the digits more than 1. So excluding 1, I need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only this is excluded. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 favorable outcomes are possible. And what is the total outcomes including this? There are 6. So 5 by 6 is the answer. What about the odd digits? Odd digits, how many odd digits are there? Let's see over here. Now there is 1 over here, 3 and 5. There are 3 odd numbers. They are the favorable ones because we need the probability of odd. But what are the total possibilities? When you roll a die, anything can fall in this. So there are 6 possibilities, total possibilities. Same way, less than 2. What is less than 2? It's less than, not less than or equal to. So less than 2 would be only 1. So 1 possibility out of 6. And lastly, 1 or 6. So it's either 1 or 6. That is 2 out of 6. So we have to just solve them and you will get the answers. Now let's look at the answers. Over here you can see it's 5 by 6 or 83%. What does that mean? Let's see over here. This basically means 5 divided by 6, or if you want in terms of percentage, you have to just multiply by 100. It is 83.33%. Now same thing over here, you can just reduce them. 3 divided by 6 will be 1 half, and that's the answer, is 50%. 1 by 6 or 17%, you can just put in the calculator. Or if you can just do this, say 1 divided by 6 and press this SD, you will get 0.1667. What you can do is you can just move this by 2 digits. It's 16.7% or 17%. Now, what is this exactly percent if you're wondering? Percent means per, P-E-R, cent. What does this mean? Cent is generally, 100 cents make a pound. So cents mean 100, okay, the cent. Percent means if you have the 17%, 17 per is always division by 100. This is what it exactly means. Now, if you see anywhere, I have 10% chance that I will win. That means 10 divided by 100. That means there is a chance of 10 out of 100 or 1 by 10. Now, over here, 83, let's say 50%. 50% means per divided by 100. That means it's 1 by 2. So that is what it means. And lastly, we had 1 or 2, so it is 2 divided by 6. 2 divided by 6 is equal to, 2 divided by 6, okay, something is not working. Okay, now 2 divided by 6 means 1 by 3. So this is the answers. So now we will move on to the next topic. The next topic is the second topic, which is again similar to what we just now saw in the topic number 1. Here they have told the table shows the result of an experiment in which a spinner numbered 1 to 4 was spun. That means you're spinning this. Imagine this is a spinner. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 on it. You're just spinning and there's a marker. So where it lands. So frequency of 3 times it landed on 1, number 1. Whereas 5 times on 2, 8 times over here frequency means how many times. You can count the tally as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times on 3, and lastly 4 times on 4. What is the experimental probability that the spinner will land on 4? Now, if you're thinking of the theoretical probability, the spinner has 4, right? So each of the number, it must be exactly 1/4. That is 25%. But in reality, it doesn't work like that. It varies. But if you increase the number of tries, see how many times they have tried over here. 3 plus 5, 8, 8, 16, 20. Only 20 times they have spun the spinner. Whereas if you have done this, say 100 times, 1000 times, if you increase it more than 1000, all the values will correspond towards 25%. But now let's see, what is the experimental probability that a spinner will land on 4? Let's see, 4 is how much? 4 divided by the total is 20. That is 1 by 5 or 20%. That's it. That's the answer. What is the experimental probability that the spinner will land on an odd number? Odd numbers are 1 and 3. So you have 3 plus 8. It can be anything. 3 plus 8 is 11 divided by 20. That is, it's a fraction itself, 11 by 20 or 55%. What is the experimental probability that the spinner will land on an even number? Even numbers are 2 and 4. That is 9 divided by 20. It's 100 minus 55. That's 45%. So those are the answers. Very simple, very easy concept. So in the next video, we will solve topic number 3. The topic number 3 is one of the most simplest topic in this entire exam scheme. You have to evaluate each expression. It is 1 to 4 in this page number. If A is given as -3, B is 4, and C is -2, what is the answer for this? All you need to do is substitute these values. These are all prerequisite topics. So that's why this is so easy. You must have done this many times before. It's just a recall. So 4 times -3 minus 3. All you need to, you can do it in your mind itself. 4 times -3 is -12, minus 3, it's -15. Otherwise, you can just use your calculator over here. 4 times -3. Remember to use brackets when you're using negative numbers, and that's it. Same thing over here, 2 into B. B is 4, and minus 3, sorry, 5. C, use brackets when there is negative. Minus 2. The answer is 18. Similarly, please do the others. Over here, you're using B square, that is 4 square, minus 3 times B, that is 4 plus 6. It'll become 16 minus 12 plus 6. Your answer would be 4 plus 6, 10. And similarly, you can do this. Just substitute all the values and solve it. That's it. So very, very easy. Please do it by yourself. I think so the first 6 are prerequisites, so it'll be very simple and easy. So please stay tuned for the next ones. In the next video, we'll go to the topic number 4. The topic 4 is similar to the topic 3. Again, another easy one. Here you need to write equation for the variable given. Now they have given this equation. You need to rearrange and write this solving for B. What you need to do is basically in this equation, leave B alone over here, move everything else to the other side. So A equals 3B plus 9. Move the 9 to the other side, it becomes A minus 9 equals 3B. Just divide both the sides by 3. This is the answer. B equals A minus 9 divided by 3. Okay, it's simplified. Now you will have options over here, so just look into the appropriate option. If this is not there, then you can simplify. A divided by 3 minus 9 by 3 is 3. That's it. So try to get it in the simplified form. Here you need to solve for V, so it's 15W minus 10 divided by 5 equals V. What you have to do is divide both the sides by 5. Let's simplify this. 15 divided by 5 is 3W minus 2 equals V. So this would be the answer. Similarly, try the other two by yourself. Pause the video now, try it by yourself, and then check with the answers. So I will continue now. I hope you paused and tried it. You have to solve for x. So let's take this 4y to the other side. Add both the sides by 4y. You'll get 3x equals 8 plus 4y. And then you need to divide both the sides by 3. This is the answer. You can't simplify this. It'll be odd. Okay. They have just written a division. Both the sides. Fine. But you can't simplify, say for example, over here 9 divided by 3 was 3, so you can't reduce it further. It'll just be 8 by 3 plus 4y by 3. That's it, that's the answer. And lastly, we have over here to solve for D. Take this to the other side, it'll be 4 minus f of divided by 3. And you will have to multiply both the sides by 6. What I have to do is take this to the other side, it becomes minus. And then 6 to the other side would be multiplying. You have to multiply this. 6 4s are 24 minus 3 1 time, 3 2 times, it'll be 2f. So it's 24 minus 2f or minus 2f plus 24. It's one and the same. That's how we solve this. Very simple, very easy topics. The topic number 5 is another basic topic. It is about graphing. Now, this is equation x plus 2y equals 4. It's a linear equation. How do you graph it? So you need to remember this equation, y equals mx plus b. I'm sure you've come across this many times. This is the slope-intercept form, where this value m is the slope, b is the intercept, y-intercept. What does the intercept mean? Intercept means the point, if this is a line, it's having a negative slope. Say, it's kind of like this. If intercept is basically this the point which touches the y-axis, the value over there. So if this is say 6 over here, then this will be 6. It must be 6. If it was like this, minus 3, then y-intercept will be minus 3 instead of plus b. Okay. Now, main thing is you need to write each equation in this form, because then it will be very, very easy to solve. It's y equals mx plus b. Now let's rearrange this equation. In the last video, we saw how to rearrange in the last section. So 2y equals 4 minus x. Now let's take this minus to the other side. Let's write mx. So x will be first. I'll just do it over here. What I'll do is it'll become minus. We're subtracting x on both the sides. Minus x plus 4. Now divide both the sides by 2. You will get y equals minus x by 2 plus 4 by 2. You have to divide everywhere. This. So you're basically getting y equals negative half x plus 2. So the slope is negative. Now you must remember, whenever the slope is minus, what happens is it goes downwards. The line is downwards. If the slope was positive, it goes upwards. Now here it's minus half. It will be something like this, plus 2. So the graph will be looking somewhat like this. Now since it is, okay, it's fairly close enough. Now since you will have the MCQs options, you can easily find out, okay, this was 2. Yes, we got it correct. And it's going downwards. But what if there were two lines like this? Which is the correct one? Now this is based on the slope half. That's why it's expanding towards the x-axis. But I will tell you another shortcut method. Take any x value. Just choose any x value over here. Once you know the basic of the graph, it's going downwards and it's touching over here. Choose the x value. I'll choose, say, x is 2. All I have to do is substitute over here. I'll write the slope-intercept form. It's much easier. It was negative half x plus 2. So I will choose a x value of 2, which is over here, and I will substitute over here the same. X value is 2 plus 2. What is the answer? 1. Is it 1? Let's check. When x was 2, is it 1? Yes, absolutely. So that means it's correct. What if the two graphs have the same thing? So take one more point. I'll take minus 1. It should be somewhere over here. So instead of the x, sorry. Here, let me go back. Okay, instead of the x value over here as 2, I will have to take minus 1 and let me check the answer. It is 2.5. Whether it's true, yes, it's 1, 2.5. So this is how I can check the answer easily. It will work in any of the problem. Make sure you have it in the slope-intercept form, because it will really help a lot. So now we have minus x. Let's take x as 0 plus 6. That will be the intercept. Yes, it's at 6, 2, 4, 6. And since it's minus, it's going downwards. You can choose any other point, say 3. I'll just change this x value to 3 over here. And the answer is 3. Yes, absolutely true. Similarly, please do this. I'll write the slope-intercept form via, it'll become y equals minus 3x plus 15 divided by everything divided by 5. Okay, it'll be divided by 5 and divided by 5. So the slope basically would be minus 3 by 5x plus 3 is the y-intercept. So we can see 3 will be the y intercept. Okay, now over here, what's happened? Uh, did I do anything wrong? No. Okay, it might be just the units, you know. Let me 1, 2, 3. Yes. So this is not at 3, it's at 5. Let me just. This has to be 3, but I think so. The scale is different over here, so that's why it's up. But nonetheless, it's minus 3 by 5. It's going downwards, and the intercept would be 3 over here. So 15 divided by 3, it's 3. Okay, sorry, it's 15. Yeah, it's 15 divided by 5, it's 3. Anyways, now let's do this one over here. Let's double check it over here. Y equals plus 2x divided by 3. Why? Because I'll just do it straight away. 12 divided by 3 would be 4. That's minus 4. So the y-intercept, the graph should touch minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, absolutely. And the slope is upwards, so it moves upwards. So this is the answer. Take any point and check. You will get the answer. So this is how we basically solve it up. Just make sure you remember the y slope intercept form. I'll write over here. Y equals mx plus b. Try solving more problems. Please do solve it by yourself, extra problems, and be thorough with it. That's it for the topic number 5. In the next video, next section, we'll move to topic number 6. We move on to the topic number 6. It is again about graphing, but about inequalities. Now, there are various methods to do this. In the last video, I forgot to tell you the natural method is the table method. The reason I didn't tell about the table method is it takes a lot of time. I will show it in the coming videos where we will have to do it. But otherwise, if table is not required, you can easily do it from y equals mx plus b. And the tables can be done in calculator as well. When we need it in the future, we will do it. But since this starting part 1 topics are simple, I will tell you some other methods, the shortcut methods. Now, even over here, you can do, say, inequality is generally done by testing and all that, but you don't need to do that. I will tell you an easy method. You need to remember, whenever it's less than or greater than, it's always a dotted line like this. Whereas if it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, it'll be a solid line. Now, I'll just show you the answer for the next one. It's a solid line. Whereas over here, it's a dotted line. Now, there is one more thing. You need to try and get your equation to y equals mx plus b form. This is the ideal form. So you will understand the graph, and as well you can easily do the inequality. I will tell you how in a minute. First, let's look at this problem. Is it in y equals mx plus b? Yes. Y is at one side equals 3. Now, what would be the equation? At 3 over here, you should draw a dotted line because it is less than only. But which is the solution region? Is it upwards or downwards? Now let's look over here. Y is less than. Less than means downwards in math, whereas greater than is increasing, it will go upwards. Less than, all the region downwards is the solution region. That's it. Here we will have to rearrange this. Y will be greater than or equal to minus x plus 1. You can see minus x will mean it's going downwards, and plus 1 means the y-intercept is at 1. And y is greater than or equal to, that means the solid line. Greater than or equal to means upwards. The solution region is upwards. So you don't need to take a test point and test and all that. No, you can easily graph this up. Same way, let's do this over here. Y will be greater than minus 3x plus 6. So the graph will be going downwards and the intercept would be at 6. And make sure it's y is greater than. So it's a dotted line. And then check what is it? Upwards, right? So all the solution region is upwards. So that is the answer. Look over here. Okay, what did I do wrong? Now, okay, I have forgotten the most important thing. Anyways, I won't re-edit this video. I'll keep this as it is because I made a huge mistake. This is minus over here. I've forgotten this. See, it's minus y greater than, this goes to the other side, minus 3x plus 6. Now, what do we do when there is 2 minus or y is having minus? You want to remove that minus off. What do you do? It's very simple. Sorry, this graph changes because, we have to change the signs. Here, you need to make sure you can make everything plus. Y will become plus. Everything changes its sign. This will become plus 3x and this 6 was plus becomes minus x6. But now what happens is this inequality completely changes. That's it. Just remember this. Change all the signs and change the inequality sign. Otherwise, you can think like this. You're taking this over here. Okay? Y will be less than, and all these two terms are coming to the other side. They are greater than now, isn't it? You're just swapping them. So adding both the sides by y and then subtracting both the sides by minus 3x plus 6. So a simple way is just change all the signs and change the sign. You need to graph this. Look, it's plus, okay, it's plus and it's minus 6. So minus 6 means it's somewhere over here. It's going upwards. The graph is going upwards. And since it is just greater than, it would be dotted line upwards. And then the solution region is everything that is below this line. Why? Because y is less than, isn't it? It's changed. So this is the answer. Let's check it out over here. So that's the answer. My graph, this is not accurate, but you can get the gist of it and you can easily select the correct answer. So this is the correct one. And you can see over here it would touch minus 6. Same thing over here. Do pause the video, try it by yourself and then check for the answer. 2y will remain over here less than or equal to minus x plus 5. You need to divide both the sides by 2. Y is less than or equal to negative half x plus 5 by 2 is 2.5. And the graph would be, it's y is less than, so it's downward, but negative means it's going downwards, and since it's 2.5, it's somewhere over here like this, and all the solution region is downwards. Let's check that. You can see over here, it's like this straight solid line and all the solution region is downwards. That's it. So remember this slope slope intercept formula and then easily solve it. We had used the same formula in the last section as well, the topic number 5 as well. So that's it. That's the end of the topic number 6. The 7th topic is on the geometric probability. It is with line segments or different situations. Over here, we are dealing with line segments only in geometric probability. Now, they have told point M is chosen at random on this line Z and P. These are the 2 points. Find the probability of each event. That means, what is the probability that the point M is on Z and Q? Let's look over here. Where is Z and Q? Over here to over here. So, there's a point M. You just imagine that you're drawing a point on random. Okay, just imagine you're just randomly drawing somewhere. It can be anywhere in between these. What is the probability that the randomly drawn point is over here in between Z and Q? But the total possibility is only Z and P line, right? So what is the total distance over here? The distance over here is basically 2 plus 3, 5 plus 5, 10. What is the distance of the given favorable line, ZQ? It's only 2. So this is the probability, 1 by 5 or 20%. That's it. So over here, you need to find the total length, that is 10, and the length that is in consideration 2. The probability for the point on this line ZQ would be the distance of ZQ divided by the total distance. As we know, it's favorable divided by total. The total here is ZP. Favorable is ZQ. That's it. Substitute and you'll get the answer. It's 20%. So the answer is 20% that the point M will be within this line ZQ. Similarly, you can change this for QR. Only thing is, it's QR. What's the distance? 3. And it will be 3 by 10. That's 0.3. That's 30%. 3 by 10 or 30% would be the answer. So that's it. Similarly, you can try for RP. Only thing is it'll be 50%. Why? Because it's 5. RP is 5 divided by the total. So it's 1 by 2 over here. That's the answer. Now, what about something else? I hope this all is clear. They have told Q and P. Now they have told Q to P. Let me change this. That is from year to year. 5 plus 3, 8. So it is 0.8 or 80% probability that the point will be anywhere between Q and P. So the answer is 80%. I hope this is clear. If it's a line segment, it is very, very straightforward. Just remember the favorable line divided by the total line. That would be the probability. Next video will be topic number 8. The 8th topic is again on probability, but this is a very simple probability problem, identifying mutual exclusive or not mutual exclusive events. Now, what this means, it's very simple. Let's look into this problem because this is one of the best example. Here, a card is drawn from a standard deck of 52 cards. Now, about cards, you might know there is ace, 1, 2, ace is considered as 1. There are number cards 1 to 10, and then there is jack, queen, and king. These are called picture cards. So in one suit, there is 13. There is there are 4 suits. There is spades, then there is clubs. There are 2 black suits, and there is 2 red suits, that is hearts and diamonds. Okay, I hope you know this. So 13 times 4 is 52. There are 52 cards, but the jokers are not included in this. Okay. Now, determine whether these events are mutually exclusive or not mutually exclusive. Explain your reasoning. Now, look over here, drawing a 3 or a 2. Now, what they're saying is, you're drawing a 3, okay? How many 3s are there? There are 4 3s, diamond, spades, all the 4 suits. Okay, if you draw that 3, will that affect this drawing 2? No, 2s are also same. 4 2s are there. It does not affect that at all. So this is not mutually exclusive, nothing. There is no common outcome. There is no overlapping of anything. So it's not mutually exclusive. A card cannot be both 2 and a 3. But then what is not, sorry, I'm very sorry. This is a mutually exclusive, okay? Because this does not affect, they're not the same cards. They do not affect each other, isn't it? The 3 is a separate card. There are 4 cards. If you remove one, it'll be still 3 more remaining. Same way, 2s are separate. There are 4 2s. It's separate, nothing to do with any commonality. So they are mutually exclusive. They're unique. They're separate. Okay, they're mutually exclusive. Whereas, let's look at this, drawing a 7 or a red card. Now it's important. You neither have to have 7 or a red card, but you know 7 also can be hearts and 7 can be diamonds. These are these are what, 7 and a red card. They are both together as one. So these are not mutually exclusive. Why? They are not unique because they can be a same event as well. Look over here. A 7 of diamond is an outcome that both events have in common. So they are not mutually exclusive. Now, whereas over here you tried by yourselves, queen or a spade. A spade is, spade is a suit. Queen, there is all 4 types of queens: spade, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. So this is also not a mutually exclusive event. Why? Because the queen can be both spades and queen. It can be together. So this is it. That's the answer. Just look at the problem. It's very, very simple. Any situation, you must look into the problem for this especially, and you can easily figure out whether it's mutually exclusive or non-mutually exclusive. That's it. That's a very small and easy topic. I hope you understood the concept. Remember, if they are same, they can be same, then they are not mutually exclusive. But if there is no way they can overlap, then they are mutually exclusive. So that's the end of topic 8. Topic number 9 is another very simple and easy topic. It is to find linear or non-linear functions. Now, there are various ways to find them, writing it in y equals mx plus b form and everything. But the easiest way would be look into the terms. Are they all having power 1? Yes, so these are all linear. You do not need to even do anything over here. This is a linear function. But if you want to, if they ask you to write it in this particular form, then yeah, you need to write it. But over here, they're just asking, determine whether they are linear, yes or no, right? So then you should just tell yes. And the reason, yes, because it can be written in y equals mx plus b form. If they are all of power 1, yes, absolutely they can be written. Now over here, how do you write the form mx plus b? Remember, it's already in the form, but there's nothing for b, it's 0. Same thing over here, y equals 5x minus 2. It can be written in this form, so it is a linear function, yes. Now, even over here, this can be written y equals minus 2x plus 10. But look at this. This cannot be written. The next one is a quadratic. See, the first one over here, yes, it can be written. But this one is a quadratic form, so it is power is greater than 1. No, this is not a linear. This is quadratic. But now it's not us, but you can just tell it's not linear because the power, the degree is more than 1. That's it. So, no, the exponent x is not 1. The exponent means the power or the degree. It's not just 1, it is more than 1. So, it cannot be linear. It's a non-linear function. That's it. Another simple and easy topic. We have yet another topic on probability. That is this topic, the last topic in the part 1. So we are coming to an end of all the easy and simple topics. So the part 2 is going to be 5 marks each. Now this would be the last of the part 1, which is 3 marks each. Now here, a die is rolled once, a fade die. Why they call fade die means there won't be any error. So in the sense, a die will have 6, say it's a cube, isn't it? Now wait, let me just, okay. This is a cube. Now, a fair die would mean that each side is having the absolute equal probability of falling. That means there'll be 1 by 6 for each. Now, if it is not fair, that means imagine this is hinged or something, there might be a probability that this would fall or something. It's not that case. It's a fair die. Anyways, if you're wondering why it is, okay. So a fair die is rolled once. Let A be the event of rolling an even number. What are even numbers in die? 2, 4, 6. Because only there is total 6 possibilities, 1 to 6. And B is the event of rolling number greater than 4. Look, it's not greater than equal to, it's just greater than. So it is 5 and 6. Find A intersection B. Now over here, the first event is 2, 4, 6. Just write the event A, and the B event is 5 and 6 because they're greater than 4. Now A intersection, that means the number that is there in both of these events. That is, A intersection B contains all the outcomes in both of these sample spaces. Now, this event, whatever we write, that's the sample space. Now, intersection means whatever is visible in both of this. It should be present in both of these sample spaces. That is only 6 over here. So the answer would be A intersection B is 6. Whereas union means all these sample spaces. It would be 2, 4, 5, and 6. That is union. Now we will see another problem. Okay, it's again an intersection problem only because union is very simple. Intersection is present in both of that. Now again, a fair, okay, wait, it's the same thing. Oh, sorry, no. The event B is different. What is the event B? It's all the odd numbers. In the last problem, we had 4 to 5, whereas over here, sorry, greater than 4, that was 5 and 6. Here, event B is all odd numbers, 1, 3, 5. Now let us see what is possible in between them. Nothing. Nothing is common in between these two, so it's a null set. If it's a circle and a dash, that means it's a null set. Nothing exists. So that is the answer. Now imagine, just in case they had asked you A union B, then you have to write. Usually we write in ascending order, so we start with 1. Next number will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, you can't even write like this 2, 4, 6, 1, 3. and phi, but the option will generally be in terms of this ascending order. So that would be the answers. So that's it. That's the end of the part one, the 10 questions. That's it. It's very easy and simple. In the next section onwards, we will start with the part two problems. Part one and part two both are in multiple choice, MCQ in the computer. Only the part three is writing. So please stay tuned and we will begin with the part two shortly.